Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing a quick review on the Buck 184 Buckmaster. It's an older knife, you might call it vintage, whatever, but real cool knife. So I'll start out with the knife. As you can see, there's just a beast of a knife, just real mean looking. It's a little hefty, it's probably, I don't know, like twice as heavy as a K-bar, at least. You got convex grind on it. It's not a full tang knife, but it's, full metal. It's solidly made. You got your serrations here on the back and a saw back. Now this bottom of the handle here actually unscrews. And as you can probably tell, I don't have a tripod right now, so I'm trying to do this with one hand, so I had to put the camera down for a second. Basically, you have a nice little air, watertight storage chamber in the end of the knife. The pommel. This has a little rubber gasket on it. And, you store tinder or whatever you want to do with it. Now just talk a little bit about the history of this knife. I'm not exactly sure what steel it's made out of. You could probably find that out by looking up Buck 184 Buckmaster. And I don't know if I can't get this to focus, but anyway, on the stamp of the blade there it says Buck, and then underneath it says 184, and it's also known as the Buckmaster. This particular knife I believe was made in 87. They were making them, I think, from 84 to 99. And it's kind of one of those things that caught on after the debut of the Rambo movies. Just people started to get into that real big style of knife, real aggressive look. I read on a website somewhere that these were issued to Navy SEALs for a brief period of time. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but that's what that website said. I'll probably link it in the video. These also have two little prong things, if we can find them real quick. Yeah, anyway, there's these two little prong things that come out here. I have them around here somewhere. I can't find them right now. But you're supposed to be able to use this as an emergency anchor or something to that effect. Also, with the sheath, is that it originally came with two pouches. The first pouch had a small Silva-type compass in it for navigation. Lower pocket was used to store the two little prong things on the knife when they weren't in use. Another cool thing about this is that it has sharpening stone on this little flap here that it's tough to get closed even after over a decade of this knife being in existence. The snaps are still a little tough to get closed. The sheath just can hook on a web belt, whatever, Alice, whatever type of belt you use, Other than that, you can use, you can probably attach this to Molly gear or whatever if you wanted to, just get some straps for it. Other than that, the blade of this knife is actually really sharp. It has a real keen edge on it. Sharpens up pretty quick. It's not too hard to sharpen, but it does take a little bit of work. Other than that, the blade, the handle of it is just kind of texturized. I'm thinking probably aluminum or steel, probably steel. I mean, it does beat up your hands a little bit, but it's, decently grippy, and it's not really meant as, like, an everyday use kind of knife. I think it's more one of those, showpieces, kind of flashy knives, or, last ditch survival knives. I really mostly have this as a collector's piece, not really to use on a daily basis. I could. I mean, it's definitely a durable enough, well-made enough knife to use it if you really needed to, but it's not the comfiest knife in the world, and these will run you on eBay over $200, so I'm just kind of keeping it as a collector's piece.